Elon Musk meets a 10-year-old who predicts stock market trends. What he does next will shock you. The room was buzzing with excitement as Elon Musk, the trailblazer behind SpaceX and Tesla, was deep in conversation with industry leaders at a prestigious tech summit. As the world's most innovative minds discussed the future of artificial intelligence, space exploration, and sustainable energy, a quiet voice interrupted the chatter. At the far corner of the room, a 10-year-old boy stood with unwavering confidence, catching the attention of the room's elite. With a simple yet bold statement, he introduced himself as someone who could predict stock market trends with eerie accuracy. The room fell silent, skeptics and enthusiasts alike questioning what they had just heard. Intrigued but skeptical, Musk, known for his analytical mind and vision for the future, asked the boy, "Okay, what's your prediction for Tesla's stock this week?" The child smiled and, in a calm, measured voice, began to explain his method. The boy, whose name was Alex, stood confidently before Elon Musk, the tech giant who had revolutionized space travel and electric vehicles. His small frame was contrasted by the intense focus in his eyes. Musk, known for his relentless pursuit of innovation, tilted his head slightly, intrigued by the child's audacity. With a calm voice, Alex began, "I can predict stock market trends, but not the way most people do. I don't rely on algorithms or insider information. Instead, I study the rhythm of the market, its patterns, fluctuations, and how they align with certain world events." He paused for a moment, ensuring that everyone in the room was listening. "I've been tracking Tesla's stock for the past 6 months. Based on the market's reaction to recent events, like the new developments in AI and the advancements at SpaceX, I predict that Tesla's stock will rise by 7% over the next week," Alex continued, his voice steady and confident. A skeptical chuckle came from one of the tech executives in the back. But Elon Musk, always open to unconventional thinking, raised his hand, signaling for silence. "And what makes you so sure about this prediction?" Musk asked, his curiosity piqued. Alex smiled, unshaken by the doubters. "It's all about understanding the underlying momentum. When people stop chasing headlines and start seeing the bigger picture, they realize the market isn't as random as it seems." Musk leaned in, intrigued. Was this just another child's fantasy, or was there something more to Alex's method? The next few moments would reveal whether this young boy truly held the key to the future of stock market predictions. Elon Musk raised an eyebrow as Alex made his bold prediction. Musk, never one to dismiss anything out of hand, leaned forward in his chair, keen to understand what made the young boy so confident. "So, you're saying that your prediction about Tesla's stock is based on your own analysis, not some kind of formula or insider knowledge?" Musk asked, his tone filled with curiosity. Alex nodded, his eyes never wavering. "Exactly. I track everything: news cycles, global economic patterns, even societal moods. I use those to predict what people are thinking, how they'll act, and how that will affect the market. It's a mental game, really. The market reacts to fear, hope, greed, and trust." At this point, some of the audience members were skeptical, exchanging glances and whispers. Musk, however, wasn't dismissive. Instead, he was intrigued. "All right, I'm listening. Show me your proof." Without hesitation, Alex pulled out his phone and opened an app that displayed historical stock data for Tesla. He tapped a few buttons, and the screen was filled with charts. But it wasn't just any stock chart. Alex had overlaid patterns of news events and even personal interactions that had influenced market shifts. See these spikes here? Alex pointed to a significant uptick in Tesla's stock. This one happened right after the launch of the new SpaceX rocket. There's a direct correlation. The market responds to momentum, to success, even when it's not directly related to the company. Elon Musk stared at the screen, his usual confidence fading into contemplation. Could this 10-year-old really have discovered a hidden connection? Musk was no stranger to patterns and data, but this was something new. The moment of truth had arrived. Alex's prediction wasn't just a theory, it was based on real-time, verifiable evidence. Could this young boy truly understand the future of the stock market better than anyone else? Musk was about to find out. The room was silent as Alex prepared to demonstrate the power of his predictions. Elon Musk, along with a small group of investors and experts who had gathered around, watched intently, their eyes fixed on the young boy's every move. There was no denying the anticipation in the air. Everyone wanted to see if Alex could back up his bold claim. With a swipe of his hand, Alex navigated to a custom-built platform on his phone. "This is where the real magic happens," he said with a grin. On the screen, a digital interface appeared that tracked both the news and the stock market in real time. A cluster of data points surrounded an empty chart, representing key events in the world of technology, space exploration, and finance. "I've been using this for the last 2 years," Alex continued, his voice steady. "It's not about looking at the price fluctuations in isolation. It's about understanding the ripple effect of news and how people's feelings about certain events influence the market." Elon leaned in closer, trying to get a better view of the intricate setup. "So, this shows you what? When the market is going to react?" "Exactly," Alex replied, tapping a few more buttons. "But more importantly, it shows how it will react, emotionally, not just financially. Take this." He pointed to a column that highlighted Tesla stock. "In 2 days, I predict Tesla will see a significant rise due to the Mars announcement. There's been an increase in optimism in tech lately, and people will be more inclined to back SpaceX and Tesla." He punched a few more details into the system, which immediately began plotting future stock prices based on historical patterns and predicted sentiment. The chart began to move, a steady incline appearing as Alex's forecast came into focus. "See this?" Alex said confidently. "The market won't just react to the launch, it will surge. The public is hungry for progress and innovation, especially in space. That will directly influence Tesla's stock price." Elon's eyes narrowed as he examined the graph. He had seen countless market predictions in his life, but nothing quite like this. Alex wasn't just predicting a stock rise, he was predicting the emotion behind it, and it was eerily accurate. A ripple of excitement passed through the room. Everyone now understood this wasn't just a lucky guess. This was science, backed by data, proven by patterns, and perhaps a bit of intuition that most adults could only dream of. The room buzzed with energy as Alex's demonstration came to an end. Everyone was still processing the sheer audacity of his prediction and the fact that it was backed by solid data. But Elon Musk, ever the visionary, wasn't just impressed. He was curious. He had seen many things in his life, from electric cars revolutionizing the automotive industry to rockets launching to the stars. But this was something new. He leaned forward, his gaze intense as he addressed Alex directly. "All right, kid, let's see what you got. You've shown us the system, but I want to know, what's the next move? How do we take this to the next level? Is it just a one-time thing, or do you think this can scale?" Alex, cool and collected despite the overwhelming attention on him, smiled slightly. "This isn't a one-time thing, Mr. Musk. It's a continuous process. You can track predictions in real time, adapt to the market shifts, and refine the system as new data comes in. It's all about keeping it dynamic and flexible." Elon nodded thoughtfully, clearly impressed by the young boy's understanding. "So, you're saying we could apply this to more than just Tesla? What about the whole market? Can we predict, say, a major stock sell-off? Or a new tech breakthrough before it happens?" Alex paused for a moment, tapping his fingers on the table. "Absolutely. The system can be applied to any market. It's designed to analyze human sentiment. What drives people to invest, panic, or speculate? When you can predict how people will feel about certain events, you can predict the market's reaction long before it actually happens." Elon's eyes lit up as he began to think of the possibilities. Predicting a stock sell-off in advance? Being able to see the next big tech breakthrough before the masses caught on? The potential applications were limitless. It was a gold mine of opportunity, and Elon wasn't about to let this moment slip by. "All right, let's put it to the test. I want you to predict something big, something no one sees coming. It can't be just another obvious market shift. I'm talking about something that will shake the industry," Elon said, a spark of excitement in his voice. "If you can nail this, you've got my attention and probably the world's." Alex smiled confidently, clearly ready for the challenge. He glanced down at his phone, fingers dancing across the screen as he prepared to make his next prediction. But this time, it wasn't just about stocks. This time, it was about changing the world. The room fell silent once again, all eyes locked on Alex as he made his move. As Alex's fingers moved swiftly across the screen, Elon sat back, his expression unreadable. The room was thick with anticipation. It was clear that everyone was waiting for the next step. What would Alex predict? And how could he possibly top the previous demonstration? Alex finally looked up, meeting Elon's eyes with an expression of calm assurance. "I've made my prediction," he said, his voice steady, but filled with a quiet intensity. "But this one's not just about numbers. It's about making a decision that changes everything." Elon's interest peaked. He had been around long enough to know that sometimes the most powerful innovations weren't just technological, they were ideological, strategic. Could this be one of those moments? Could Alex, a 10-year-old, have stumbled upon something so revolutionary that it could alter the course of history? "Go on," Elon urged, his voice barely above a whisper. With a deep breath, Alex explained, "What I've predicted is a future where the stock market is disrupted by a new type of currency. Not digital, not cryptocurrency, but a completely new way of trading, based on social influence rather than the traditional economic metrics we use today. A market driven by emotion, sentiment, and real-time human behavior." The room was silent, the gravity of Alex's words settling over everyone like a heavy fog. Elon's brows furrowed in thought. A currency driven by emotion? You're talking about a completely new way of looking at value, a system that's not based on fundamentals or traditional supply and demand? "Exactly," Alex replied. "The prediction is that in the near future, the stock market will evolve to the point where it's not just numbers that matter, it's how people feel, what they believe in, how fast information spreads. Imagine a world where a tweet, a viral meme, or a global crisis could send shockwaves through the economy long before any traditional financial metrics even catch up. Elon's eyes widened. He had never considered this before, but it made perfect sense. The world was already evolving in this direction. The rise of influencers, the speed of information, the power of collective emotion, these were the forces that shaped the world today. "That's bold," Elon said, leaning forward, the wheels in his mind turning. "And if it's true, if this prediction holds, I'd be a fool not to act on it." Without hesitation, Elon made a decision that shocked everyone in the room. "I'm in," he said firmly, his voice filled with determination. "Let's make this happen. Let's build the next evolution of the market. You're not just a kid with a prediction. You're a pioneer." The room erupted in stunned silence. A 10-year-old had just made a prediction that Elon Musk, one of the most influential entrepreneurs in history, was willing to bet on. The future, it seemed, was in the hands of the unexpected. The decision to back Alex's prediction sent shockwaves through not only the tech world, but also the financial markets. Within hours, headlines spread across social media, news outlets, and financial forums. "Elon Musk follows 10-year-old stock market prediction." The headline screamed, sparking both excitement and skepticism. As the news circulated, many couldn't believe what they were reading. The idea that a child, someone with no formal training in economics or finance, could accurately predict such a radical shift in the global market seemed far-fetched. Critics flooded online platforms calling Musk's decision reckless, naive, or a publicity stunt. "This is madness," one prominent analyst tweeted. "Elon Musk is risking billions on a whim." But there was another side to the story. Investors, tech enthusiasts, and fans of Musk's ventures were captivated. Some saw this as a groundbreaking move, an opportunity to witness a future unfolding before their eyes. "This kid is the next big thing," one prominent investor remarked. "If anyone can see the future of the market, it's Alex." In the weeks that followed, the fallout only grew. People who had initially doubted Alex's prediction began to reconsider their stance. Musk's backing was a powerful endorsement, and investors now found themselves rethinking their own strategies. Could this child truly have uncovered a new paradigm? The media, which had initially criticized Musk's bold move, now began covering Alex's every word. Interviews, articles, and even documentaries were planned, all focusing on the young prodigy. Meanwhile, Alex remained a quiet figure, preferring to let his work speak for itself rather than bask in the spotlight. But the real fallout wasn't just about public perception. It was about what came next. With Musk's decision, new ventures were set into motion. The gears were turning, and soon the world would find out if Alex's prediction was truly the future of finance or just a fleeting moment of brilliance. Whatever the outcome, one thing was clear. The world would never look at the stock market or the future the same way again. Just when everyone thought the story had reached its peak, another shocking twist left the world in awe. It came just days before the scheduled announcement of Musk's new initiative, one that would officially incorporate Alex's predictions into Tesla's financial strategy. But just as the markets braced for Musk's boldest move yet, Alex disappeared from the public eye. The child prodigy, who had been everywhere in the media, suddenly vanished. No interviews, no statements, nothing. Elon Musk, who had previously been vocal about his faith in Alex's abilities, was left scrambling to answer questions. Was this part of the plan? Had Alex predicted more than just the stock market trends? Was he preparing for something bigger, something that even Musk couldn't foresee? Rumors began to swirl. Some speculated that Alex was working on a secret project of his own, perhaps something even more revolutionary than the prediction. Others claimed that Alex had grown disillusioned with the attention and pressure and needed to step away to focus on his studies. Or, as some conspiracists suggested, his true identity was not what everyone thought. In the midst of the uncertainty, Musk was faced with a dilemma. The markets, which had been volatile since the announcement, were now on the brink of a full-scale reaction. Could Musk maintain the momentum without the child who had inspired it all? Investors were getting nervous, and with Alex out of sight, some started pulling back from their commitments. But as the world waited for Alex's return, a final piece of the puzzle emerged. Alex had left behind a video, a cryptic message meant for Musk alone. The video contained an unexpected clue. The markets were about to change again, and only Musk could decipher what was next. As the dust settled, the world was left to wonder what had truly transpired between Elon Musk and the 10-year-old prodigy who had rocked the financial world. The sequence of events, from Alex's astonishing stock predictions to his sudden disappearance, had left an indelible mark on both the tech and financial industries. While some questioned the authenticity of the entire saga, the majority remained in awe of the mysterious bond that had formed between Musk and Alex, a bond that seemed to transcend age, experience, and even logic. Musk's decision to follow Alex's predictions had already reshaped Tesla's approach to market forecasting, but it was the child's disappearance that fueled even more questions. Was Alex a once-in-a-lifetime talent, or was there something deeper at play? Was his disappearance part of a grander design, or had the child simply become overwhelmed by the immense spotlight? In the end, the story wasn't just about a young boy predicting the future of stock markets. It was about how far the boundaries of knowledge and intelligence can truly stretch. It challenged everyone to rethink the notion of expertise, proving that genius can come from unexpected places. Whether or not Alex was ever seen again, his impact would remain undeniable. For Musk, the journey didn't end with Alex's exit. He was now more determined than ever to integrate unconventional thinking into his businesses. The shock waves caused by this story were far-reaching, and it wouldn't be long before others in the tech world began to question what kind of unpredictable wisdom they might be overlooking in their own industries. And as for Alex, the world waited for his next move, knowing that if anyone had the power to change the game once again, it was the 10-year-old who had already rewritten the rules.